The chameleon is already present long before it is noticed. It does not announce itself. It does not flee. It simply exists within the space it occupies, so perfectly aligned with its surroundings that the eye slides past without recognition. In a world dominated by movement and noise, the chameleon survives through stillness. Chameleons belong to an ancient branch of reptiles whose history stretches back tens of millions of years. Long before humans named forests or mapped islands, these animals were refining a strategy that did not rely on speed, strength, or numbers. Instead, they learned how to disappear without leaving. Most chameleon species are found in Africa and Madagascar, with a smaller presence in parts of Asia and southern Europe. This distribution tells a story of isolation and specialization. Madagascar, in particular, became a laboratory of evolution, producing forms that range from tiny, leaf-sized species to large, armored climbers. At first glance, the chameleon's body seems almost awkward. Its limbs are bent, its gait is slow and deliberate. Its tail coils like a question mark. But every element of its form serves a precise function. The feet are split into opposing groups of toes, creating a living clamp that grips branches securely. The tail acts as a fifth limb, anchoring the body during movement or rest. Movement itself is cautious and calculated. The chameleon does not walk so much as negotiate space. Each step is tested before weight is committed. Balance is maintained constantly. Falling is not an option. Perhaps the most famous feature of the chameleon is its ability to change color, but this trait is often misunderstood. The chameleon does not change color simply to blend into its background. Camouflage is only one function among many. Color change reflects temperature, emotional state, social signaling, and health. Beneath the skin lies a complex system of specialized cells arranged in layers. These cells manipulate light through microscopic structures rather than pigments alone. By altering the spacing of these structures, the chameleon reflects different wavelengths of light. This allows rapid, controlled shifts in color without the need for new substances. Color becomes language. Bright patterns signal dominance or aggression. Dark tones express stress or submission. Softer hues regulate body temperature by absorbing or reflecting sunlight. The chameleon speaks constantly, even when silent. Vision defines the chameleon's world. Its eyes move independently, each scanning a different field of view. One eye may watch the sky for threats while the other studies a branch for prey. When a target is identified, both eyes lock forward, creating depth perception with remarkable accuracy. This visual system supports one of nature's most precise hunting tools, the chameleon's tongue. Longer than its body, powered by elastic energy stored in specialized tissues, the tongue launches forward faster than the eye can track. The tip forms a suction cup, gripping prey instantly before retracting. The strike is silent, efficient, almost mechanical. Insects rarely realize danger exists until it is over. Despite this efficiency, chameleons are not aggressive hunters. They do not chase, they wait. Hunger does not provoke recklessness. Patience remains the dominant trait. Socially, chameleons are largely solitary. Encounters between adults are brief and often tense. Displays replace combat. Color shifts, body inflation, and posture communicate boundaries clearly. Physical fights are rare because injury carries too high a cost. Reproduction is seasonal and deliberate. Males seek females through display rather than pursuit. Once mating occurs, many species show no further bond. Females lay eggs in carefully chosen locations, burying them in soil where temperature and moisture will determine development. In some species, live birth replaces eggs entirely, an adaptation to colder environments. Young chameleons emerge fully independent. There is no parental care. Survival depends immediately on instinct and environment. Many do not survive. Those that do grow quickly, refining control over color, movement, and perception. Predators include birds, snakes, and mammals, but the greatest threat often comes from exposure rather than attack. If a chameleon is seen, its advantage is already compromised. Survival favors those who remain unseen. Human interaction has not been kind. Chameleons have been captured for trade, misunderstood as novelty pets, and displaced by habitat destruction. Forest clearing removes not just shelter, but the vertical complexity chameleons depend on. Without branches, there is no place to exist. Climate change introduces further instability. Temperature and humidity shifts disrupt breeding cycles. Specialized species struggle to adapt quickly. The very precision that once ensured survival becomes vulnerability. Ecologically, chameleons regulate insect populations and serve as indicators of forest health. Their presence signals intact systems. Their disappearance warns of deeper imbalance. Culturally, chameleons have symbolized deception, adaptability, and transformation. Often portrayed as untrustworthy or unstable, they have been misunderstood as creatures without identity. In reality, the chameleon is defined by control, not chaos. It does not change because it is confused. It changes because it is aware. The chameleon matters because it represents an alternative form of intelligence. Not social, not loud, not dominant, but precise, responsive, and deeply attuned to environment. At dusk, as light fades and colors soften, the chameleon settles into stillness. Its skin darkens, its grip tightens, it becomes part of the branch beneath it. And in that quiet transformation lies a truth often overlooked. Survival does not always belong to those who conquer their surroundings, but to those who learn how to belong to them completely.